Tabletop role playing games, often associated with titles like Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder, are more than just games. For many players, they're spaces where communities form, friendships grow, and stories are shared.
Um, I'm Thomas. I first got into tabletop role playing games, I think in my junior year of high school. Chris, in fact, got me into tabletop games. Learned about Dungeons and Dragons version 3.5. Um, really liked it. Really liked the tactical gameplay aspects of it. So, just with friends, casually on and off throughout the years, it's stuck with me as something I enjoy.
I've been playing tabletop and live action role playing games since I was 21. Started in 1996, I believe it was. I started with Vampire the Masquerade, which was a local troop game, and then met a group of people who were into things like Magic the Gathering, cards, and then we got into tabletop D&D, other White Wolf products, other game genres, everything from like Shadowrun to Amber, diceless role-playing systems and stuff like that. So been doing that pretty much my entire adult life.
It fosters teamwork. You need to socialize, plan, communicate with your team. It fosters a sense of community because you're playing every week, you're coming together. There's an extended community of like-minded people over the internet and just everywhere that love the game and kind of understand the idea of role-playing and what it means to them in different ways. And it's fun to get together and see what everybody thinks about that and feels in their way of playing and their favorite ways to play.
You know, we while playing the Toreador, we had a very large clan within our city. At one point, we had 100 players showing up to our venue every other Saturday to game. And so we had probably about a dozen people who were playing Toreador. And the storytellers, we never engaged with plot line as our clan because we're so busy fighting one another, but not physically. We're always trying to outdo one another, be the most glamorous, be the most prestigious, be the most artistic, have the most influence. And there was all this infighting with us. People left us alone because we were busy infighting. It got to the point where we were literally putting on productions, like stage shows. Like we did a retelling of the Cask of Amontillado from Edgar Allan Poe. We did that on stage in a chapel in the middle of the game. And the storytellers made it part of plot line, and just being the one who was able to come up with that idea and bring it to fruition for 100 other people. And like in the middle of our game, we had a play, and the reception that we got from that showed to me that I did have skills and talents untapped, and it was very reaffirming. It was very reaffirming.
While many people associate tabletop role-playing games with Dungeons and Dragons, the reality is much broader than a single title. Players like Thomas and Ralph show that these games create spaces where people come together, often from completely different backgrounds, to share stories, solve problems, and collaborate in real time. What begins as a game often turns into something more. Across different systems, settings, and generations, tabletop role-playing games bring people together through creativity, communication, and shared experience. And for many, that sense of connection is what keeps them coming back.